Hello, boys and girls. This is the second book in our Environment Go Green series, and the title of today's book is The Berenstain Bears Go Green by Jan and Mike Berenstain. And you may recognize that the names are a little different there. Normally it's written by Stan and Jan Berenstain, but Mike Berenstain is their son, so he started writing books just like his parents. So I hope you enjoy The Berenstain Bears Go Green. Going green isn't hard to do. It's good for the earth and me and you too. Bear Country was a beautiful place to live. It had green rolling hills and wide river valleys. It had cool shady woods and bright sunny fields. There were steep cliffs and deep canyons, roaring rapids and rushing waterfalls. Looks like a pretty nice place to live. Lots of creatures lived in Bear Country, besides bears, that is. There were deer. Actually, I'm not going to point them out. I'm going to let you find them. There were deer and ducks, woodchucks, and weasels. There were rabbits and raccoons, possums and porcupines. There were badgers, bats, butterflies, bugs, and much, much more. Did you find them all? The bear family loved living in Bear Country. They always tried their best to keep it beautiful. Most of the other creatures who lived there tried their best too. But no matter how hard you try, sometimes you run into problems. And that's just what happened. One fine morning, the bear family decided to go fishing. "Let's go down to the creek where Grizzly Gramps keeps his boat," said Papa. "We can pack a lunch and have a picnic as we fish." "Terrific!" they all agreed. The family packed up their fishing gear and their lunch and went down to the creek, where they looked in and loaded into Grizzly Gramps' boat. Papa got out the oars and rowed everyone lazily along, their fishing lines out while they ate a picnic lunch. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and all seemed right in Bear Country. Everything seemed right, that is, until... "P.U.," said Sister. "What's that awful smell?" The rest of the family sat up and sniffed. "Yuck," they all cried, plugging their noses. "What is that?" They noticed something funny floating in the water. It was a streak of dark, gunky-looking stuff, and it seemed to be coming from around the bend in the creek. "Uh-oh," said Papa. "I know what's around that bend." And soon they could all see it. It was the Bear Country dump. See, he's bringing another load of trash. Smelly, stinky, dirty trash. "Wow," said Brother, "what a mess." It was indeed a mess. There were wrecked cars, old mattresses, busted TV sets, broken washing machines, piles of trash and garbage. But the worst mess was the leaky old oil drums that someone had dumped right on the edge of the creek. Gooey, smelly, black sludge was leaking into the water. "This is a disgrace," said Mama. She hated to see her beloved Bear Country treated this way. Mama had even been the mayor of Bear Country for a little while. "This has got to be cleaned up," she said. "We'll go to the town meeting and complain." Yes, said brother. Go, Mama, said sister. Go, go, said little Honey. At the next town meeting, the bear family and many other bears filled the town hall. Mayor Honeypot was on the stage. He rapped on the desk with his gavel. Ahem, he said. This meeting is called to order. Is there any new business on the table? Mama stood up to speak, but another bear jumped up before her. Mr. Mayor, he said, I am Mr. Greenwood, and I have come to complain about the disgraceful state of the Bear Country dump. So Mama sat down to listen, because that's what she was there to talk about, wasn't it? Oil is leaking from the dump into our creek, said Mr. Greenwood. And what are you going to do about it, Mr. Mayor? Mayor Honeypot was surprised. I did not know about that, he said. We will have a cleanup of the dump right away. Will any of you here volunteer to help? Everyone at the meeting raised their hands, especially Mama and the cubs. We'll help. Us too. A few days later, it seemed like most of Bear Country was down at the dump. Everyone pitched in to clean up the trash and the junk, and much of it would be mixed with earth so trees could grow on top of it. And they hauled away the oil drums and put them in a safer spot far away from the creek so that they wouldn't bother anything anymore. As the bear family headed for home, Sister was thoughtful. You know, she said, it's good to clean up our dump, but there's a lot more we can do to make Bear Country clean and green. We can do things right at home. We've been learning about it in school. Like what? Asked Papa. Well, began Sister, we can recycle and we can compost. And we can stop wasting water and energy at home, added Brother. And, put in Mama, we can carpool with other families going to school or shopping so we won't waste gas. And it says here, Mama Bear, Ms. McGrizz, Grizzly Gran, and Ms. Bruin, they all went shopping together. But Papa had the best going green idea of all. He rigged up a windmill on top of his workshop to power some of his tools. I think wind power is the best kind of energy there is, he explained. It's clean. It's all you could want on a windy day. And best of all, he added, it's absolutely, totally, 100% free. Whee, said Honey, holding up a pinwheel to catch the wind. The end. I hope you enjoyed the book, boys and girls, and I hope you're hard at work building your instruments and thinking of ways that you and your family can go green. See you next time.